ain't nobody real no more.
They ain't real no more.
Body parts bought from the store.
For real.
Everybody got a cash app. His baby mama trying to find out where the cash at. He spent the rent money on the stripper. His boys pumped him up and told him tip her. Them same homeboys trying to get his girl. Then he found that she like girl.
50 the new 30. Tap into the movement at hermuseum.org and Sugar T Official YouTube. Let's go.
If you're interested in advertising your brand, business, or product on Hip Hop News Uncensored right before our videos, email advertise@hiphopun.com. Advertise at hiphopun.com. Let's get it. All right, man, let's talk about this story today. Now, it's been about past a year now, I think, since Kobe passed away, him and his daughter, and I think about 7 other people. Well, Vanessa Bryant is now opening up about some of the disrespectful things that county officials did in the aftermath of Kobe's death. Now, Vanessa Bryant says that she has fear and anxiety over photos taken of the remains of Kobe and Gianna Bryant. She said it will last forever. Meaning she broke down in heartbreaking detail why. Now, Kobe's widow filed a declaration in her ongoing lawsuit against LA County. Now, in the docs, right, brace yourself for this, right? She explains that she specifically asked Sheriff Alex Villanueva, specifically on January the 26th, the day of the crash scene, to secure the site and not allow anyone to take photographs of what was left behind. This upon learning that there were no survivors. Now, in the docs, she also said, she told the sheriff, and I quote, "If you can't bring my husband and baby back, then please make sure no one takes photos of them." Now, a month later, she says that she learned that sheriffs, deputies, and firefighters, right? Listen to this, right? Were sharing photos of Kobe, Bryant and Gianna's remains, precisely what she was trying to avoid with the situation. Now, Vanessa says hearing this infuriated her and also sent her in a constant cycle of distress. And after, they leaked the pictures of the crash site, online, which is crazy, right? Now, Vanessa says that she has reason to believe at least 20 different people obtained copies of the photos, and despite the county's assurance that they all been secured and or scrubbed, she says that she has strong doubts. So she pretty much thinks that there's more photos circulating out there. Now, Vanessa also goes on to say in the documents that she already seen one of the photos showing her late husband's remains. She goes on to say, since viewing the photo, I've been tormented with thoughts of who took it and whether it depicts my husband. So it's a little bit, it's a crazy situation. I got to get to this, then I'll give my opinion, right? Now, she adds, right, it infuriates me that people I trusted to protect the dignity of my husband and daughter abuse their positions to obtain souvenirs of their death, as though possessing pictures of their remains somehow makes them special. I can imagine, this was the part that kind of got me, right? She said, I imagine Kobe watching over what occurred at the crash scene, and I'm overcome with anger and emotion. Now, there's a little bit more, right? Now, she goes on to say, I feel sick at the thought that the deputies and firefighters have gawked over the photos of my husband and child's bodies without any reason. I also feel extreme sadness and anger knowing that the photos of my husband's and daughter's bodies were laughed about while shown at bars and awards banquets. That's one thing you guys didn't know. She's pretty much saying, look, they laughed about these photos at awards banquets and different bars. Now, she also points out that the fact the photos can be easily stored, transferred, and preserved with technology today. And she's mad because pictures obviously keep coming out online. Now, the wildest part, I'll say the wildest part, wow part about this is that the county is trying to get this thing dismissed. Like, they don't want to take any accountability for their officers, putting out these pictures after she confided in them and said, look, this is my husband, this is my child, please don't let anyone take any pictures. And then pictures started leaking, and now the county is like, we don't want no parts of this. We want this thing to be dismissed, which you kind of expect because they're not trying to pay out. But the fact of the matter is, she's telling you that as first and foremost, she learned about, the crash and whatnot online. That's not their fault, right? That's just the day and age we're in. But they could have controlled the crash scene and said, look, no pictures, nobody. I'm the sheriff. I run this. Nobody take no pictures here because this is what the wife wanted. Like, he may not didn't have to do it legally. I'm not sure. But just out of common courtesy and respect about a man passing away, and not even him and his child, but other people passed away, and you got pictures, you guys in the bars laughing about them, cutting up. It's just a sad situation, man. You know, actually, it hasn't even been a year. I know I said it was probably a year. It's almost coming up on a year. It was one of the saddest things that I ever had to, witness in real life for somebody I didn't know, to hear that Kobe actually passed away, and his daughter, and I think the 6 or 7 other people had to pass away, from what it looks like a pilot misjudgment, or a pilot really just not, taking the proper protocol and safety measures to ensure that his passengers were safe. So again, these documents were filed in response to the county's motion to have the case thrown out. So she's continuing with her counsel to try to push this thing forward. And so she also goes on to say that she is deeply troubled that one day her children might come across the photos while doing a family tree project for the school, adding, for the rest of my life, one of two things will happen. Either close-up photos of my husband and daughter's bodies will go viral online, and I will continue to live in fear of that happening. I get this, man. Like, come on. Like, I hate it when I see, like, now you'll see people taking videos and posting pictures of people in a casket. Nah, leave that for a private ceremony. Like, that's one thing, but to have where people passed away, and to have, obviously you're going to see all crazy. You might see body parts. You never know what you're going to see, in these crashes. So to have that is one thing, but they should be locked and sealed. It shouldn't be out online. So I 100% agree with Miss Bryant, and I hope that, her and the family now is finding a way to cope, because you never get over something like this. And, the anniversary's coming up on January the 26th. It's just a bad thing. And I think that the LA County, those sheriffs and the deputies and everybody that was around should be held accountable, and they should have to pay for the mental turmoil and distress that her and her children are going to have to live with, because even when they're trying to get past it, one day they might see a photo of their father and his brother and sister online because some fools wanted to take a picture and get a little bit of 15 seconds of fame or clout. I'm 100% with her. I hope that they win the lawsuit. And we miss Kobe, man. We appreciate his contribution. We love the fact that he left Mamba mentality for us. And we're definitely going to hold him down as much as we can. You know what I mean? And his family down as much as we can. Not that we know him personally or anything, but if we got to report a story, if we got to, talk about something there, we're going to hold Kobe down, man, because, shout out to Kobe, man. And again, we appreciate his contribution to society. It will never, ever be forgotten. Just the tenacity, the hard work, the commitment, dedication, consistency, the commitment to just being a champion, the commitment to just being a winner. That's something that people can emulate. That's something that people can aspire to be. So leave your comments below. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section about this. Do you think they should pay up? How do you feel about the lawsuit? And how do you feel about Kobe passing away? It's not even been a year yet, but it seems like it was just, not too long ago. But it's your brother, Old Guy Man, Hip Hop News, Uncensored. Like I said in the beginning of the video, if you want to advertise your brand, business, or product, make sure that you go to the top line of the description box, and hit advertise at hiphopun.com, advertise at hiphopun.com. Send an email to that email address, and we got people standing by right now to facilitate your need. If you want to advertise your product, your business, your brand on the first 15 to 30 seconds before each of our videos, hit up advertise at hiphopun.com. I appreciate you guys. We're gonna keep on rocking, man. Hit the like button, share the video, make sure you guys subscribe to Hip Hop News Uncensored. Say it with your boy, man. Hip Hop Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Peace.